American Truck Simulator is one of the most immersive trucking sims ever made. The licensed trucks, the huge map, the freedom to build your own company. It's the closest thing to the living trucker's life. But here's the truth. ATS isn't the only game for the trucking fans out there. From hidden classics and survival holes to arcade throwbacks and even trucking in space, here are 12 games like American Truck Simulator that you need to check out. First up, Truck Driver Australia. So picture this, you're behind the wheel of a massive truck rolling through the Australia's endless red deserts. That's Truck World Australia. It throws you right into the outback with the very first delivery. It's not just driving either, you'll fight through a raging sandstorm that rocks your rig and blinds the road ahead. What makes it stand out is how hands-on it feels. You can step out, secure the load, drop the trailer legs, and even hitch or unhitch manually. The map is pure outback adventure. 1 minute you're cruising on smooth highways, the next you're stuck in a muddy back roads trying to reach a remote community who rely on your delivery. Add in next-gen physics, stunning sunsets, and dynamic weather, and every trip feels alive. The full game isn't out yet, but the first whole prologue is available now on Steam. So there is this new trucking game coming called Truck Sim USA, and on paper it sounds like a dream for anyone into American highways and long-haul driving. The devs are promising a lot. Proper transport missions with different types of cargo, real US trucks to drive, service stations where you can repair your rig, and fuel stops to keep you rolling. They're even talking about a full in-game economy where you'll be able to manage your money wisely, upgrade your truck, and take on bigger jobs as you go. They're also hyping up immersive features like full day and night cycle, authentic driving rules, and the challenge of balancing speed with safety. Honestly, it all sounds really solid, but of course these are promises. We'll have to wait until a full release to see how much of this actually makes into the game, and whether it lives up to the hype. No release date on this title just yet. Road Truckers New Beginning looks like trucking taken to the next level. Instead of just driving from A to B, you actually live the life of a trucker in South American inspired open world. You can fully customize your truck inside and out, swap engines, brakes, suspension, or just give it your own style. The world feels alive too, with dynamic weather, a full day-night cycle, and even off-road shortcuts if you want to take risks for extra rewards. What makes it stand out is the RPG side. You run your own base at an old airstrip, level up stats like vitality and charm, and even take on quests from the locals. Your deliveries have real impact, helping rebuild towns and restore communities. It all sounds ambitious, but the catch is, it isn't out yet. We'll have to wait and see if it delivers on these promises. Here's a wild card. It's fairly new indie game called Star Trucker, and it's basically American trucking in space. You're not piloting a sleek starship, you're driving a rocket-powered big rig that handles like a real truck but with 0 G momentum. That means every turn, drift, and stop feels heavy and unique. Easy to learn but tough to master. The game's all about hauling cargo across the hyperhighways, picking up salvage, and chatting with a wild cast of space truckers on your CB radio. Jobs range from long hauls to sketchy drop-offs, and you'll need to keep your systems patched up, your gravity compensator spinning, and your rig fueled, or you'll be stranded in the void. There's even original Americana-inspired space music for those long cruises. The game is super ambitious and charming, and the good news, it's out now. BeamNG.drive might not be a trucking game first, but with its soft body physics and modding community, it's one of the most realistic driving sandboxes ever made. It's not a typical trucking sim like ETS2 or ATS, but the sheer realism of how trucks drive, haul, and crash makes it feel incredible. Thanks to its soft body physics engine, every part of the vehicle is simulated. So when you're hauling heavy loads or pushing semi down the mountain road, you feel every bump, tilt, and weight shift. Jackknifing, wheel spinning, or even suspension failure all behave just like in the real life. There are dozens of trucks to try, from old workhorses to modern semis, and you can customize them with different trailers, engines, and suspension setups. The maps are massive too, with highways, dirt roads, mountain passes, and industrial zones. Perfect testing grounds for the big rigs. Whether you're delivering cargo in scenarios or just stress testing the trucks in the free roam, BeamNG.drive is out now on PC. A more narrative-focused take, Truck Driver American Dream. The title tries to do something different from your usual trucking sims. Instead of being all about contracts and deliveries, it builds a story around Nathan, a guy following in his late father's footsteps to become a respected trucker. Along the way, you're not just hauling cargo, but also working on the relationships with family and people in your community, which is pretty unique angle for a trucking game. The gameplay itself lets you customize your rig with different parts and paint jobs, and you'll be driving across the varied landscapes with dynamic weather, day-night cycles, and visuals powered with Unreal Engine 5. On paper it sounds great, although that said, the game hasn't had the smoothest reception. The game currently has mixed reviews. Alaskan Road Trucker is a trucking sim with a survival twist. Instead of just driving from point A to B, you're actually living the life of Alaskan trucker. You'll haul cargoes across snowy highways and rough back roads, but you also have to deal with things like fixing your rig when it breaks down, braving the cold on foot, and even managing hunger, fatigue, and body temperature. It's more than driving, it's survival. What makes it stand out is how much control you get. You can customize your truck, choose risky shortcuts through the dangerous weather, and decide how to build your reputation. The reviews call it immersive and cozy despite the brutal Alaskan conditions. The good news, Alaskan Road Truckers is already out on PC and consoles. You can jump in today and test your skills against the wilderness. If you're after a trucking game that doesn't take itself too seriously, Big Mutha Truckers 2 is exactly that. Instead of realistic long hauls, this one throws you into the wild world of Hick State Country, where Ma Jackson gets locked up for tax evasion. To save her 4 kids, Bobby Sue, Cletus, Earl, and Rockus, have to truck, trade, and hustle their way to a fortune. It's basically pure arcade chaos. You can haul everything from hogs to diamonds, smash your way through traffic for cash bonuses, and deal with bikers, crooked cops, and rival truckers along the way. The economy lets us buy low and sell high across the 5 different towns, but the real fun is in the reckless driving, shortcuts, and over-the-top crashes. The game is not new. Big Mutha Truckers 2 originally released back in 2005, but is still a cult classic. If you ever wanted to run your own coast-to-coast trucking empire, 18 Wheels of Steel Haulin is one of those classics that gave players the full experience. It's not just about driving, though you'll be hauling cargo across 40 plus cities in the US and Canada. It's also about running the business side of things as well. You pick your trucks, manage drivers, and decide which loads are worth the risk. The game lets you haul over 45 different cargoes, from livestock and timber to hazardous waste, and every decision matters. Drive carefully, because a wreck or a wrong turn could cost you both time and money. As you earn more, you can upgrade your rig, expand your fleet, and work your way up from a rookie driver to the trucking boss. It's an older title, but still loved by fans and modding community. 18 Wheels of Steel Haulin, first released in 2006 on PC. If you're into the old school trucking sims, 18 Wheels of Steel American Long Haul is one of the standouts. It puts you in charge of your own trucking company, no more working for someone else. You'll bid on jobs, haul over 45 different cargoes like livestock, chemicals, or mobile homes, and drive coast to coast across all 48 states. Plus, this game includes Canada and Mexico. It's not just about driving though. You'll manage fuel, keep trucks in top condition, and eventually expand your fleet to 37 rigs while outsmarting competition. Gameplay wise, it's basically Haulin, but with the updates, new trucks, new companies, and some important tweaks. A lot of players actually consider it to be the final polished form of Haulin. The modability is still there too, so you can add trucks, trailers, and maps just like before. 18 Wheels of Steel American Long Haul released in 2007 on PC, and it still remains a fan favorite. If you ever wanted a trucking game with both realism and story, Rig and Roll is a pretty unique one. You'll play as a young trucker in 2014, fresh in California, trying to conquer the cargo transport market and build a trucking empire. It's actually the sequel to the old Hard Truck series, but this time the world is modeled after real California. Over 12,000 miles of highways and 40 plus cities like Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Francisco. What makes it stand out is the mix of gameplay. You're not just hauling loads, you can also race other truckers, expand your company by hiring drivers, and compete for dominance in the market. There's even a full storyline with rivals, allies, and conspiracy twist to keep things interesting. It's not new though. Rig and Roll released back in 2010, and while it's dated, it's still a cult favorite among the trucking fans. If you're looking for a trucking game on the go, Truck Simulator USA Revolution is a mobile title that puts you behind the wheels of an 18-wheeler. Unlike PC Sims, this one is built for phones and tablets, but it still packs in a lot of features. You can choose from American and European trucks, each with detailed interiors and realistic engine sounds, then a whole cargo like cars, fuel, gravel, and even helicopters across United States. It has a full career mode where you grow as a trucker, plus an online multiplayer mode so you can drive with friends or compete to be the top hauler. The game also offers customization options to make your rig unique, and you'll face a different weather and terrain as you travel. The best part, Truck Simulator USA is already out on iOS and Android, so you can try it anytime on mobile. And there you have it, 12 games like American Truck Simulator that prove trucking sims come in all shapes and sizes. From gritty survival in Alaska to hauling across the stars, every one of these titles scratches that itch in a different way. Of course, nothing will ever fully replace ATS, but if you're looking for fresh roads, new challenges, or just a change of scenery, these games are definitely worth checking out. Which one caught your eye the most? Let me know down in the comments. I always love hearing what you guys are playing. And hey, if you want to support the channel, consider picking up your next trucking game or DLC through my Eniba link in the description. You'll get a discount and it helps me making these videos. Thanks for watching, truck safe, and I'll see you on the next haul.